Hello and welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? I hope you are having a fabulous and wonderful day. If you haven't seen part 1, please go and see it and then come right back so that you know what I'm talking about. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I won't make you wait any longer. Here's part 2. 2019, what a year it was. It was a very unexpected year for me. In October, I started to have a runny nose. I thought it was normal because it's October, so I thought I had a cold probably. But it never stopped. Every time I would put my head down, liquid would come down. So I decided to go to my doctor. Of course, my doctor wasn't there that day, so I was with a nurse. She thought it was allergies, so she just gave me some medicine for allergies. I took them and nothing happened. I went to my neurosurgeon because I didn't know if it was something related or I didn't know what it was. I also sent a message to my endocrinologist. My neurosurgeon told me to put some of the liquid in a little container. It took me 2 weeks to get to the point that he wanted. So whenever I was done with that, we went, turned it in. Then we got the results. I was diagnosed with a CSF leak. A CSF leak, which is brain and spinal fluid. We were talking about having surgery December 19th. At that point, I have had it for about a month to a month and a half. And he told me that he has patients who have had it for months and years. But when things come out, things can also go back in. So we just had to be very careful. Since I knew when I was going to have surgery, which was December 19th, my mother and I had to get all the paperwork ready. So I got the paper, and the next day my doctor signed it for homebound. I got my homebound paper signed in November. November 21st. We went to church. Normal, everything was normal. Came back, fell asleep. November 22nd. I woke up with a huge and horrible headache. I thought it would pass, so I laid down for a little longer. I was going to go get pills so that it would calm my headache down. That same day, my doctor called my mom and told her to take me so that I could get my flu shot. My mom told me, we went. I still had that bad headache. We waited there for about 15 minutes and the headache just kept getting worse. I had a hat and I pulled it all the way to here so that it would cover my eyes because the light was really bothering me. My head hurt so bad that I even cried. They took me to the back, checked my temperature. I had temperature. They took me back to one of the rooms and they gave me pills so that my fever would go down. Time passed and I truly don't remember that I threw them up. My mom said I threw the pills up, but I truly don't remember that. The doctor then told my mom to take me to the ER, to the emergency room, because my fever wouldn't go down. We went to the ER. The only things I remember was that my mom pulled up, the security guard came out, he had a wheelchair, he helped my mom get me out. I sat in the wheelchair, he took me in, and I was signing up basically. I said my name and everything. Then I closed my eyes and I don't remember anything else. My mom told me that I had a seizure right in front of her. It was the first time I've ever had a seizure. And my mom knew something was wrong because I've never had one. When I had the seizure, my mom told the nurse, hey, something's wrong with her. The nurse ran to go get doctors and the doctors took me away. My mom stayed in the waiting area and called my dad because she didn't have anybody else. My dad got out of work to go and join her in the ER. The doctors found that I had meningitis and that I had another seizure whenever I was being intubated. I was intubated for 6 days. Of course, I don't remember those 6 days. 2 things happened on Thanksgiving. The first thing was a bad one. My dog had died that day, but I didn't know until later, very late. Another thing that happened was that I changed rooms. Doctors came and physical therapy also came, and they told me I was ready to go home. But before I went home, I would still have to have an IV in for the medicine for the meningitis because I still had days left. While I was recovering from the meningitis, I was also still waiting for the surgery for December 19th that I was still going to have. And for it to be my first surgery I've ever had, it was a brain surgery. Well, December 19th came and it was surgery day. I got ready for surgery and everything, and my surgery took 3 hours. I'm not going to say that I wasn't scared. I was terrified because it was my first surgery. I've never had surgery before, especially not brain surgery. They had to do brain surgery because I have 40% up here and 60% of the tumor behind my nostrils. Thank God everything came out great. Of course, the doctor told me that my eye would be swollen, and of course it was. It was so swollen that it even shut this one. I was nervous because I didn't know when I was going to get out of the hospital, and I really didn't want to have another holiday in the hospital. And I really didn't want to spend Christmas in the hospital either. They told me I would be able to go home December 24th. So it was a really good feeling. Of course, they had to give me medication for my headache because I was going to have pain. I had to go back to the ER days later because the pills weren't working. They wouldn't help me with the pain. They switched my medicine and it was better. I want to say that during the time that I had the meningitis, a lot of people were praying, and I am thankful for that. Thank you to everyone who was praying for me and for my family. Thank you to everyone who was there for me and for my family. Thank you. Thank you to my family members for being by my side and by my family's side. Thank you to everyone. I still have one more surgery to go. I'm glad that I am able to share my story with you. When I had meningitis, they told my mom that I could lose my hearing. Thank God I have nothing wrong with me. Thank God that I am healthy. I can hear, I can walk by myself. Everything is a process. Everything takes time. If you are in a difficult moment right now, have faith and hold God's hand. Or simply just have faith, because you will be able to get through it. You can do it just like I can do it. I have had some hard times, but every time that I feel down, I get right back up because I cannot let myself go into that deep hole. I have to be positive and keep on being my optimistic self. Keep on smiling. Thank you to everyone. And that was my 2019. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Share it. And if you have any questions, please send me a message. And if you want to talk, send me a message also. Comment down below if you have any other questions. Keep on shining your light in this world because you can overcome obstacles. Thank you and have a marvelous day. Until next time, bye.